I'm spraying on cologne like it's going out of fashion. It started as a hobby, but it turned into a passion. 3 sprays to the neck and 1 to each wrist. When I walk into the bar, then the ladies can't resist. You're gonna be embarrassed with a face like a tomato, 'cause you're wearing Hugo Boss, but I'm wearing Nasamato. When a girl gets my attention, all her friends will despise her, 'cause they're crazy for the smells coming from my atomizer. Internet trolls, stay away from my channel, 'cause you're living with your mom and you're wearing grey flannel. When I'm rocking oak moss, clary sage and patchouli, then you better stand back, 'cause it's about to get unruly. My name's Mr. Smelly, remember it well. You can tell that it's me by the way that I smell.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So it's time for another Fragrance League table update. Before we get into that then, I've taken a decision about the whole Aventus thing, or should we have niche fragrances. I've decided that Aventus is going to go into the Hall of Fame. It's so far ahead of everything else that we're going to put it in the Hall of Fame, so it's not going to be featured in the league table anymore, but obviously it's 100% a victory for Aventus. It's just so popular that nothing else can compete at the moment. So the Pineapple King Aventus, I'm going to maybe say that anything that gets above 50 votes might go into the Hall of Fame, but I'm not sure. If everything else remains quite close to each other, it might be more fun to just keep going. But anyway, if anything becomes way out ahead, I'm going to kick it into the Hall of Fame, and the first honoured member of that Hall of Fame is Creed's Aventus. Interesting other developments then in the league table. Well, I can tell you that Dior Homme Parfum has broken in, or we'll see exactly which position, and I'm very interested to see that one get in there, because I just got hold of that one myself. Today I'm also going to give you a quick review on Dolce & Gabbana, the one, the EDT. Got myself a bottle of that one, but before we do that, here is the new league table.
Okay, so at number 10 on 10 points, it's Dior Homme Parfum, a new entry. At number 9 on 11 points, it's Amouage Reflection Man. At number 8, we have Bleu de Chanel with 14 points. At number 7, it's YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme at 15 points. At number 6, it's Dolce & Gabbana's The One with 25 points. Equal on points with that, at number 5 is Valentino's Uomo Intense. Dunhill Icon is at number 4 on 27 points. At number 3, rising up the chart and getting a lot of votes recently, is Armani's Acqua di Gio Profumo. At number 2, it's Creed's Green Irish Tweed. And at number 1, now that we've kicked Aventus upstairs, it's Dior Sauvage on a whopping 35 points.
Okay, so interesting stuff there. Dior Sauvage out ahead, and a great fragrance, that one, in a lot of people's opinion, but a lot of people find it not that exciting who are into fragrances, so a bit of a controversial one, and it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on that one. I have a bottle, I quite like it, but I don't think it's anything too amazing, and I probably don't reach for it that often, if I'm honest, but it's clearly doing well for some of you, and I'm really interested to see that that is now our number 1 fragrance, overtaking things like Uomo Intense. Also, it's interesting to see Acqua di Gio Profumo breaking or rising up the chart there. Anyway, on to today's review. I'm going to keep it fairly brief. Dolce & Gabbana, The One, released in 2008. The perfumier was Olivier Polge, a man behind Dior Homme, amongst other things, a really famous one. And so the notes on this one, top notes, we've got grapefruit, coriander, and basil. In the mid, we've got cardamom, ginger, and orange blossom, and in the base we've got cedarwood, ambergris, and tobacco. So what do we get with this scent? Well, let's find out. Let's spray a bit. Sprayed a bit earlier actually on this card, so that's a few minutes old. I'll do a fresh one on my hand as well. So lots of alcohol at first, so I'll smell the paper. What you get with this one is a spicy, slightly sweet but somewhat citrusy, fresh, tropical kind of smell. It's quite a warming smell, quite masculine, definitely an appealing scent, and it's a smell that is very well balanced with a little bit of a fresh feel. It's got grapefruit in there. The tobacco in there is not a sort of heavy tobacco, it's almost one of the freshest type of tobacco notes you can think of. But there are some warming notes. There's spice, the cardamom in there, and the basil and the woodiness. It's a very well balanced, maybe slightly middle of the road kind of scent, but it's warming. It's tropical, it's sweet, it's woody, and it's a little bit spicy, but nothing really stands out or dominates anything else. So this one is pleasant. I almost get a sort of a rum-like feel. Some people talk about a sort of boozy note in this one, and it isn't listed in the notes, but I can see where they're coming from. So there is a hint of that kind of rum, or I even get a sort of I'm reminded of the taste or smell of raisins actually with this one for some reason. I've never heard anyone else say that. It's almost a tiny bit of a fruitcake note in here. So I think this scent is a very pleasing all-rounder. The eau de toilette is said not to perform very well, and I've worn it a few times and I've found, yeah, the performance isn't great, but I don't think it's completely awful or terrible. It does last quite a few hours, but I don't think it projects that strongly. But it gives you a nice skin scent, so it would be a very good date night scent, or a scent for, you know, for any kind of romantic and intimate occasion. I think this one could work well. Definitely fine for younger people. A lot of the ones I really like tend to be it's going to be over 30s. Well, this one, no way. It's definitely like the 20-odd-year-old people can wear it and enjoy it. It's pleasant. The only negatives on this one, it's just a little bit, it feels like a bit of a middle-of-the-road Mr. Average scent to me. It's quite a good, well-made mass-market scent. And it doesn't smell exactly like anything else out there, but it doesn't have anything really that grabs me very much. But it is a well executed, pleasant, smooth, slightly sweet, somewhat spicy, a little bit interesting scent. I probably, if I'm honest, only bought this bottle for the channel because it came up on eBay cheap for 50ml that's used. I probably wouldn't have rushed out to play full retail. Now I know there is an EDP as well. Most people say it smells very, very similar but does have slightly better performance. So if you like this one, it might be worth comparing, and if you find the smell the same, the EDP is going to probably perform better. So for me, a pleasant scent, not exactly my thing. The ginger in there and that kind of stuff are quite nicely mixed. But if I'm looking for a tobacco scent, and then I'm going to go for, maybe I've got Naxos by Xerjoff. I really like that. That's got a bit of sweetness and freshness, and just if I'm in that mood, that does a better job than this. More expensive. Another one that's got a bit of a tobacco feel, maybe Bogart Porom, another bit of a sweet smell in that one. That's a real beast mode one and a cheapie. So for me, a nice scent. I probably will spray it on for work and daytime sometimes, and I think it's pleasant but not that exciting to me. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. I'm interested to see if anyone else has got reasons why you love this one, and maybe it gets great ladies reactions, stuff like that. I haven't worn it enough to find out. But what do people think about the one? This is the EDT. I know the EDP is supposed to perform better. Some people say this one smells a bit brighter than that. Others say they're almost the same in smell. So let me know what you think about this subject. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll hand over now to a few of my viewers who've made comments about their favourite scents in some of the videos where people have been voting. Remember, whatever we're doing in life, let's project. See you soon. Bye bye.
So, my fellow YouTube fragrance reviewer, the wonderful Waha Soas at Fragrance Oasis, says, I would suggest that we keep the league table open to designer and niche, but exclude Aventus from the votes as it's getting so repetitive. We all know it is a very popular fragrance, so let's just move on. As for this week's votes, I would suggest Ferragamo Uomo, a great wintry sweet fragrance, and Sanda for Men, the ultimate fresh spicy fragrance. Lionheart comments, Dior Sauvage grew on me rather quickly. People were comparing it to Bleu de Chanel when it first came out, but now I clearly see that there is no comparison at all. And Put Hat in Her Pipe says, nice to see Edition Blanche in there, which isn't mentioned enough in the community. This is my all-time favourite. So they're referring to Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche, which I had mentioned at the beginning of the last league table video as a possible option to vote for. Didn't get in the top 10, but it might do. Yeah, I really like it too. Remember that you can vote for the league table in any video of mine by simply writing I vote for and then the name of the fragrance. That will count as one vote for the next league table. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.